Oh boy. Someone developed a real lack of judgment again.
Hello, this is Billy Core from the Nostalgia Mall with another special road trip video. We're already at our destination, basically. We're in Macon, Georgia, and we're here once again with Chrismaster1.
Hello.
And I know we've done it before in previous videos, but we're going to go visit the Macon Mall. But I want to get it on in 4K quality this time, because I'm able to do that this year. So we'll see you there. Okay, we're at an old shopping center here in Macon that we've shown before in previous videos, but this time in 4K. This used to be a Toys R Us, supposedly.
Yep, they really renovated it and made it into what it is now.
Yeah.
But it's...
What did that flea market used to be?
Kroger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll go by there here in a second. And
Not much around here.
nah. Used to be a hopping place back about 20 years ago.
And there's Man's World.
Yep. Now it's a ballroom of all things.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh. Ouch. And there's an old friend.
Yeah. Up here's the old DZ's Discovery Zone in 4K.
Let's go what I can do on my own.
Don't break anything.
Yeah. Well, it's like I said before, we give you 3 squares. If you have to spend the night in jail here, we give you 3 squares. I'm trying not to lean on the one that's a little loose.
Yeah.
Well, you can really see the water damage.
Yeah. I'm surprised it still lasted this long.
Oh, yeah. And where that wall is over there, that used to be more of the play area, and then they turned it into laser tag.
Yeah. And they still got the drink machines.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's someone that needed to get a better taste in music. Yeah. I'm just glad that this place is still here.
I know.
It being closed almost 30 years.
Yeah.
I mean, it was 30 years ago, I think, when it opened this year, and I mean, I thought when it closed, it
would be gutted.
Yeah, but and then the next store would come in, but thankfully nothing has gone in.
Yeah, thank goodness.
And a lot of it still stands 30 years almost after the fact. they would have. I came here for a couple friends' birthday parties.
Yeah.
And church events. There was a couple of times that my church, the children's group, our parents would take us here.
Yeah.
And they had a hard time getting us out.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, around the front, I think, in that little front section, square area there.
Yeah.
That's where the little area was for younger kids under the age of, I think, from toddler, I think, to 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And that's where the little ones could play.
Yeah.
But I didn't go to there. I went to the big play place.
Yeah, my mom wouldn't let me come to DZ.
Wear services state of the art.
Yep, this is Circuit City, folks.
Which is not that anymore. You're about to see what it is now. Harbor Freight.
Oh. That's not
Yeah.
exciting.
Over that side there was a pickup area.
Oh, yeah, I remember those pickup areas.
Yeah. And we'll go to the back. We'll come back around and go around the back of the stores in a second.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember the name of this old electronics store.
Yeah.
The sign used to be there, but yeah, we can look inside now because, I mean,
Well, yeah.
all the plywood.
It's like it's been empty for years.
Yep. I think it used to be something called like Hi-Fi Buys or
Yeah.
something. Installation 1, 2, 3. Ooh, there's a guy there. I think it was 20.
It was 09 when it closed.
Yeah. I wish it would come back though.
Yeah.
Radio Shack could come back. It's able to make a comeback. Toys R Us is able to make a comeback. Come on, Circuit City. Get back into stores. And this is the back side of where we just were. I believe that's the flea market back end.
Yeah.
I want to say maybe that was DZ back door. Either that one or that one. There's an old bus stop.
Oh, yeah. Now we're headed into Macon Mall. Opened in 1975.
It was a gala event too. Could get stuck in here and just keep going round and round in circles. Hey, look, there's Big Ben, there's Parliament.
Oh, yeah.
Where the stars are across the windows, that was where Macy's used to be.
Oh, yeah.
And that over there was J.C. Penney.
Hmm. Yeah, I still see the scar from the Macy's sign.
Mm-hmm. Looks like this area has a little more traffic.
Yeah.
Which is great. Oh, I know why. The Old Times Country Buffet.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like that clothing company's getting some action as well. Did you want to get footage of that entrance or?
Nah, I'm good.
Bird. Or as I think it was almost there, it's a bird.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Burlington up here, that was the last store at Westgate. And it announced it was moving to the Macon Mall, and that was the end of Westgate.
Yeah.
Over there, across the way, if you get a DUI, you can go to DUI school.
Oh, wow.
And I'm assuming it has DUI on the front.
Yeah.
So and there's a crystal over there too. I wanted to say this was Sears.
It could have been, yeah.
There's no doubt knowing where Belk is, especially by the parking lot.
Yeah.
If it's still there, I haven't been by in about a year. I think the last time I came by here was with you. Oh, that O'Charlie's is gone. Or it's out of business.
Yeah, I think the one in Greensboro closed too.
Yeah, we have one in Warner Robins. So, oh, the courthouse annex. Yeah, they're really trying hard to save the mall, and I commend them for it.
Yeah.
Oh, part of the library is here. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. That is cool. Chief building official parking spot.
Still there.
Yep.
This Belk design was only used on 2 malls, Macon Mall and Carolina Circle Mall.
And
So-
look at this. We're in the reserve parking for expecting mothers.
Yes, Jay, that used to be Belk.
Yeah, you want to get out?
Maybe on the other side.
Okay. Yeah, I noticed when you first came, they were just beginning to do work on the pickleball courts in here.
Yeah.
And enter upstairs, it says. But yeah, you were still able to see the sign that said shop until
Oh
blank
yeah.
out. I think in downtown Macon there's or it may have been in Milledgeville, in downtown Milledgeville, there was in the sidewalk there was still a Belk insignia in downtown Milledgeville, I think.
Yeah.
If I take it to Milledgeville one day, I'll have to show it to you. If it's still there.
Yeah. Oh, they've got stupid pickleball stuff over it now.
Looks like blow up stuff, but
Yeah. Maybe I'll do my picture where I usually do.
Okay. Yeah, this wasn't here last time. Yeah, this is temporary. The Rhythm and Rally sports and events thing.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Chris, you can just go stick a pin in it.
The thought crossed my mind. You may need to censor that if you were recording.
He will.
Alright, well, it's Sunday night and Billy Core's here, and we are cooking, or rather burning, some steaks here. These are our wives' steaks. They like them about the consistency of shoe leather, almost. But hopefully these will do just fine. But we got some lovely rare steaks coming up soon. And yeah, hopefully we'll see what happens. If this video gets out, that means that the house survived. So, all right. So what you just saw was the lady steaks. These are ours, mine and Billy's. So medium rare, both of us. So hopefully I won't burn these. We shall find out.
All right, it's the night before I head back home, but we're going to do a quick little studio tour of Rockin' Waves here.
Yep.
I'll throw it off to him.
All right. Yeah, we've I meant to do one on my own channel, but you know, every time I do a studio tour, something changes. Like not long afterward, so the old studio tour is worthless. So this time, people will actually see the studio tour this time. So you come. So right on the door, we have some for the Tennessee Volunteers and the Chicago Cubs. And if anybody has any problem with that, oh well. Got a guitar here, old acoustic guitar. A little out of tune, but you want to hear a song about the letter Z? No. The Z's is what people make when they sleep. But anyways, if you watch the shows or listen to the shows, you hear my wife on the air with me. This is where she sits, and she has a little mic and headphones. Computer here.
This is actually the computer you were using when I first met you back in 2010.
Yep, the Toshiba laptop. I've had this since 2009.
Wow.
And and my dad replaced the hard drive and updated the system. It was originally running Windows Vista, and then it got upgraded to Windows 7, and I want to say 2011, maybe I can't remember exactly, but then when my dad replaced the hard drive, he updated the system to Windows 10, which is what it's running right now,
which goes out of support in October.
Yeah, so I mean, but to be honest, I mean, this thing, it has it has survived, I don't know how much crap. It's survived, me DJing with it, because I still, do DJing gigs with it, the few that I do have.
Yeah.
And then, it's just, it's a beast.
Yeah.
It's a real beast. Let me close the door here. So, next to that, we have the Audio-Technica turntable.
I have an Audio-Technica too. I just remembered.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know if I don't think it's the same one, but.
Well, it's one that was sold at Best Buy.
Yeah.
But I had a Sony turntable originally. It was a belt driven though. This is direct drive, and so that is a pair of RCA cables. Is actually hooked into the Xenix 502 mixer. This is actually the original mixer I used for Rockin' Waves, from 2009 to 2016 or so. But yeah, I have 2 RCA cables going into here, and this sort of acts as a preamp now, this mixer, so I can listen and cue the records without having to do it on the air. So I have a pair of RCA cables going from out here into
Look at this beauty.
yes, the 10-channel PV mixer. It has the ability to do audio effects, reverb, all sorts of good stuff. And this is also another, I think this thing needs a dose of Viagra or something. This is my mic and mic stand. This mic stand is the newest addition to the studio. My old boom actually broke, and I miss the old one terribly because that one actually did what I wanted it to. But this microphone here, I got free from work. We had an extra one of these laying around, and I meant to test it out. And I asked my boss, "Hey, could I borrow this just to test it?" He said, "Sure." Brought it home. Still haven't taken it back about 2 years later. But he said it's fine, keep it. So, yeah. These, I think, go for like $300 or $400 on Amazon. So, yeah, free is good.
Absolutely.
And the microphone, the XLR cable, it goes from the mic into the next newest piece of gear that's a little dusty. The DBX mic processor. I said in the last, in one of the previous wrap-up videos that me and Billy did, that one of the things I wanted to save up next was a mic processor, and that's it. And this was another freebie from work. We had an extra one of these laying around. So that goes from the mic processor into the big mixer, and then everything that goes from the mixer goes through this piece here on the bottom, the PVCEL2A. It's a compressor expander gate limiter. And then from here, it goes into this little piece back here. Well, first it goes through this, a little
looks like a D battery.
It's
I don't have my glasses on.
It's actually a ground loop isolator. I forgot the name of it for a second, but it's a ground loop isolator because before I was getting a loud hum on the feed. This takes care of that, and it goes into this little USB audio interface, and it goes into this big beast right here, this computer is running that right now. But this is from 2013, and it still works beautifully. And so a lot of the music and stuff gets played through this computer here. And there are times when requests are made, and so we go to this computer, and this is from
It's not that old, I don't think.
no, it's I believe 2022 is when it got added into the studio. No, yeah, 2022. December of 2022, actually. And people wonder or ask me, why don't I just do everything on this computer instead of having it between two computers? Well, I'm glad you asked, even if you didn't ask. I was going to tell you.
You clicked on the video, it's your fault.
Yeah. Well, the reason is there's not enough hard drive space on it to handle every file. I have around 40,000 audio files on that computer there. And there's no way that I could fit it on this computer. So that's the main reason. Plus, it's nice to separate everything up so that one computer isn't carrying a full load.
Yeah.
So there you have that. So that takes care, I think, of the technical aspects of the studio. Oh, here are my headphones. Oh, there goes my wife's headphones. Yeah, these are Koss headphones, which I love. These are Pro 4 AA's. And if you see a lot of radio videos from the 70s and 80s, you may see a lot of the disc jockeys wearing these type of headphones. These are the same kind of headphones that they wore, and some have said that they still own them today, and I believe that these are built like tanks.
Yeah.
And this is the first pair of headphones that I've had that have taken a lot of abuse and still keep on ticking.
Yeah.
Because if you remember, you probably remember, Billy, for a long time, I was going through headphones like every couple of months.
Yeah, I used to too because I kept tripping over the cord.
Yeah, and so, I had a very nice pair of JVC headphones I got from broadcasting school. I used them religiously. One day, I tripped over the cord, and the headphones went out just like that.
Ugh.
So there went that, and I went through like 3 or 4 or 5 pair of JVC headphones before I'm just like, forget it, no more. I got a pair of Audio-Technica headphones. They lasted me a few months before they went out. Then I got a pair of Sennheisers, and those lasted me about a year or two before those went out. And finally, I found these on Amazon, and I'm like,
So they still make them?
Yeah. To this day.
Wow.
Or at least they did a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
But they've been making them for like 40, 50 years.
Wow.
So we'll see in about 20 to 30 years if I'm still using these.
Yeah.
But if those ever go out, I have a backup pair that I don't use often. Because
Yeah.
these are some Sansui headphones, which, Sansui, I forgot his username.
Yeah.
Sansui 280A. So, shout out to him. And by the way, so that does it for the technical aspects. Some other stuff at the studio. Behind you, there's Wayne's World. That was in my apartment back in college. And right next to that is something that I found at a Walmart or some place like that one day, and I'm like, that's just me. Over there, we have a couple of old McDonald's Happy Meal boxes.
Yeah.
I recently got them not too long ago. I heard that they were doing something retro with the Happy Meals, so I'm like, I'm going to get one or two. And I did. There's also the DVD and CD collection. And this is... this is one of the very first CDs I ever had. I was 8 years old. And actually, this wasn't the first CD I ever had. I got this at Christmas that year. But I also got... This is the first CD I ever opened.
Oh,
Hanson.
Of course it is.
Yeah. Hanson, Snowed In, and... Look at that. I still have the CD. Has a few scratches on it, but still plays perfectly. So... And I'm still getting CDs today, just not as many as I used to. I mean, I would get like 4 or 5 CDs at a time.
Yeah, same here.
But now everything's digital.
My first CD was the soundtrack to the movie Space Jam.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
with Michael Jordan and Bugs Bunny on the front.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And with that song that probably didn't age well.
Oh, yeah. His name starts with an R.
Yeah. So, but, yeah, there's also the DVD collection, which I've alphabetized. But, and that's mainly because I basically already have everything that I'm looking for DVD-wise.
Yeah.
And so, what I got here is good for me. And then I got some of the VHS collection out. This isn't all of them. A lot of them are in storage.
Yeah, I think when we did a video 2 years ago, we showed a bunch of that.
Yep. And so, yeah, and I'm happy to... Oh, almost forgot. The technical aspect. Sorry, I got dust in my mouth. This VCR here, Billy got me. It's a Sony of our own. Shout out to Ray King. And it is fed into this computer here through a 4-port video audio splitter that's hooked into a Corel plug-in, and the reason for the splitter is because it's also one end is hooked into that input down there in the computer. The other end is hooked into this TV.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain the TV, Billy?
Yeah, this is actually my TV. It was my dad got it for his birthday in 2003, and he used it for a few years, and my grandma used it, and then I wound up with it.
And Billy was kind enough about a year ago
Last July.
Yeah, July, he loaned it to me so that I could watch the tapes that were being converted instead of having to use the computer system. And I tell you what, it's held up like a champ.
Yeah.
No issues at all. And I am happy to say that tonight, about a year after this whole thing started, I have finally completed, as of about 30 minutes ago, I have completed digitizing my entire VHS collection.
Wow.
Except for the store-bought tapes. But those I'm not going to even worry with because I probably will be unable to do it anyway. There's more of the CDs up there. Those are more of the recent acquisitions.
Yeah.
The most recent is actually the Flintstones movie Music from Bedrock soundtrack. And under that, Little Richard. So, and the Casper soundtrack. Those 3 CDs, or those 2 Little Richard CDs, were the biggest pains in the butt to get. Because I ordered them from Amazon. The Casper soundtrack, it arrived early actually. Amazon is saying that it's still in transit. And the Little Richard CD above it, it was I had waited a month for it. I canceled the order, but then it arrived. So they refunded my money, but then the CD arrived.
Oh, yeah.
And Amazon support had already. Where did it?
Okay, go.
All right. So what part of the story did you miss?
I forget. It was about Amazon.
Okay, Amazon. Okay. So Amazon had said that if the CD arrives, then I can keep the CD. So I did. And a couple of days later, the company said, do you still want to keep the CD? If you do, we'll charge your card. I never responded. So I basically ghosted them, and I still have the CD for free, basically. So, but one CD that I really enjoy is...
Oh, yeah. I remember the commercial for that.
When
and it came out in the 90s.
Yeah. That's why we got Living in the 90s. 2 CDs or 2 hours of the best 90s songs on 2 CDs or 2 cassettes. I'm pretty sure I butchered the lines from that commercial, but oh well. And also we got Jock Jams. Which I think in the 90s, that was like, you were cool if you had Jock Jams.
Yeah.
But, yeah, in the 90s, I didn't have Jock Jams. Instead, I had Kid Jams.
Oh, yeah, Radio Disney.
Yeah. Yeah, this actually has the first song that was ever played on Radio Disney. It was Get Ready for This by 2 Unlimited.
Oh, wow.
And it also had the jingle that aired when Radio Disney signed on. It's not the actual air check.
Yeah.
But they included the first jingle that was aired on Radio Disney along with the first song. And on this CD, there's some of the DJs that were on at the time doing a little shtick.
Oh.
as well. So it's pretty cool. And on the walls, back to the walls, Beatles Abbey Road poster. That hung in my apartment, in the living room actually, not in my bedroom. And I got that at a poster sale that the school had. Every year they would have a poster sale, and you could buy posters for your apartment or dorm. And that's how I also got the Wayne's World photo as well. And right below that is a famous sign. If you saw Rockin' Waves back from 2010 to 2012, you will notice this sign. The historic Route 66. It was in storage for 8 years. After that, 9 years. 9 years after from 2012 to 2021, sometime in there, I put the flag back up here in the studio.
Oh, yeah.
So, and over here on the other wall, just a few various awards, diplomas, and a picture of me and my grandfather from, I think, 1992, 93. So, and that about does it. So, that does it for the studio tour. Thank you, Billy, for bringing your YouTube audience along.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad. Well, we've come to the end of this trip. This trip's video log, at least.
Oy.
And I've had a great time. I'm headed back home to North Carolina tomorrow morning. And so, as is tradition, we're going to do a little recap video just talking about all we did this weekend. I came in 2 days ago on Friday. Got here a little after 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I left my place at like 7:30 in the morning. It's not a quick drive here. It's 6 hours, which is still to this date the furthest I've ever driven.
Yeah.
So, hey, it's worth it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So so what did we do Friday? We went and had Crystal.
Yep, that was one of the first things we did.
Yeah, I love those little sliders. I just problem with North Carolina is that I'm too far north for Crystal, but too far south for White Castle.
Yeah.
So I don't get any of it at home. Oh, and then and we had pizza Friday night
From your pie.
Yeah, and then we did our traditional show on Rockin' Waves. You want to talk about that, Chris?
Yeah, I learned a couple of years ago never to do an update right before a show, and don't restart the computer about 30 minutes before the show, and I did both. One of the music player that I used wasn't cooperating, so I did a reboot, thinking maybe I need to reboot because I updated something, and well, let's just say things started going awry. I had to restart multiple times. It took about 10 minutes each time, and finally it was because the music player I use uses Java. The Java update that recently happened was crap. So I had to roll it back about a day later, but yeah, that night we almost didn't get the show going. I almost gave up, but thankfully we got it going. It was supposed to be the Friday Night Renegade show. Still kind of was, but not in the traditional sense. It was 2.5 hours of us just letting loose, having fun, and just flying by the seat of our pants, really.
Yeah, it sure was. I'm glad we figured out some kind of solution to get it going.
Yeah, I ended up using virtual DJ for the music play out, and it was the version of virtual DJ that was a non-pay version. It was non-cloud. Because here's my thing, I hate cloud-based programs. If anybody out there is watching that it works for a cloud-based company, I'm sorry, but cloud-based is crap. It is total, complete crap. Adobe is crap. Sam Broadcaster Cloud is crap. Anything cloud is crap. It is crap. You have to rely on the internet for that. And what if the internet goes out?
Yeah.
You're screwed.
Yeah.
So, folks, don't trust the cloud. Plus, with Adobe, with the cloud, they started charging an arm and a leg a month. You can't get it. You can't buy the program outright anymore.
Ugh.
You have to go to a cloud subscription, and that's why on my computer over here, I still have Adobe version 6 and Adobe Audition version 3.
Yeah.
Those were the last couple of free Adobe programs available, and I refuse to get rid of them.
I don't blame you one bit. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. Sorry to go off on that tangent, but
That's
okay.
I
just had to get it out.
It pads the video.
Yep.
And then Saturday, early Saturday morning, I hadn't fallen asleep yet. And I wish I had in a way.
And we had the show problems, and then this.
I was lying in bed just trying to get to sleep when all of a sudden all the fans in the room and all the lights just went out. It was about 2:30 in the morning, and it was just a classic power outage out of nowhere.
What happened was some drunk idiot drove into a power pole and knocked out although I think it was something more than that, because there was 1,100 customers affected by it.
Yeah.
So I think someone had one job and just pushed the wrong button, and
Yep.
I wake up because like you, I need white noise as well to sleep.
Yep.
And I finally, after tossing and turning for about an hour and a half, I turned on a YouTube video of white noise. Almost was asleep, and then I hear it was the power coming back and the fans coming back on. So I'm like, really? If I waited about 15 more minutes, I would have had gum.
Yeah, I can't sleep without white noise or air.
Yeah.
So I'm glad it finally came back on.
Me too.
But then Saturday, as you saw in this video, we went up to Macon, and we went to Famous Mike's for lunch. Had a really good cheeseburger. That's always good going there. I went there 2 years ago.
Yeah, Famous Mike's, you can never go wrong with what you get there. And while we were there, I saw some people that I work with, and so I also said hey to them. And yeah, we were gonna go last year, but we all remember what happened last year.
Oh gosh, yeah, my gallbladder decided to vacate the premises.
Mm-hmm. Forgot to mention going back to Friday during the show. Actually, when you got here, if y'all noticed Billy's T-shirt, he now has an official Rockin' Waves T-shirt. The Nostalgia Mall on the back, it's the Nostalgia Mall. Below that, honorary DJ, and then the website rockinwaves.com. And if you're wondering if you could get a shirt as well, no. Sorry. Each shirt is a limited run. Only a few shirts get made at a time.
It's called Shirts Ain't Cheap.
Yeah, exactly. What do you think I'm made of? Money?
Yeah.
And it was funny. I mean, yours and my shirt came from California. Mary's came from China.
Oh. You can only get pink in China, apparently.
Yeah. So, and not only did he get a T-shirt, but I also bought him, because earlier around the beginning of the year, I went on eBay and I started purchasing old Nickelodeon magazines from the 90s, and I got the one with Chevy Chase on the front. I got the first regular issue of Nick magazine, still in a protective plastic. I'm afraid to open this plastic and take it out and flip through it, but
And thankfully we found a scan of it on archive.org, so
yeah,
you can look at it without taking it out.
yep. And Billy also got a few magazines as well.
Yes, I did. This is the one that's I don't have to take out of an envelope, but this is with Billy the Kidder. This is from 1994.
I think that's Matthew Lawrence. I'm not sure.
Billy Crystal, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, Billy Crystal. I just saw it. With and on the back, Looney Tunes trading cards, it looks like.
Yeah.
So, and there was another one he gave me as well. I've got it in that envelope there.
Yeah, it's
Another one from 1994. And then, anyway, back to Saturday.
yeah. I'm sorry.
That's okay. We went to and saw some former retail locations in Macon that no longer exist, and went to Macon Mall again. Got to see the entrance to Belk, which was only used, as I said, at Macon Mall and Carolina Circle Mall. And of course, I've already done videos of this before. I did one last year and I did one the year before, but now I was able to do it in 4K, so I figured I might as well do it for a third time.
Yeah.
And then we had Culver's for supper. I got one of those just 5 minutes from where I live, but
Yeah, originally we were gonna cook steaks that night, but I forgot to set the steaks out to thaw that morning, so they weren't. So when we got back early that afternoon, I put the steaks out to thaw, but unfortunately they weren't thawed out enough by dinner time. So.
And that was Saturday, and that brings us to today. We made our traditional trip to Buc-ee's. Love Buc-ee's. They're finally building one in North Carolina, about an hour away from me, but won't be open until 2027. So
You'll still have a few times to visit down here.
Yep. And then we went to the Galleria Mall, which is not far from where Chris lives, and I hate to say it, but I think that place has seen better days.
Yeah, they had done a couple of renovations that I did not know about, and so it was kind of a shock. And unfortunately, I think it's like a dying mall. There's shops that are. I mean, there's still a lot of shops there, but also when we went, it was Sunday morning. So, being here in the Bible Belt, a lot of people were at church.
Yeah.
And so that's why it probably wasn't real busy. But yeah, I mean, it definitely has seen better days. I mean, where the Sears used to be is now Crunch Fitness Center.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, and the food court especially has seen better days.
Yeah, there's only like 2 or 3 places there.
Oh, and then after the Galleria,
Came back home, and then this evening the steaks finally thawed out, and we were able to cook them and eat them.
yep, and I tell you,
I hadn't had a steak in so long. It was really good.
and I appreciate. Yeah, I don't. It may have been last April when.
Yeah, you did the steaks in.
Yeah, and so we're waiting now for Billy's organ failure to start.
Yeah. Thankfully, it won't be the gallbladder this time because it ain't there.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, also this past weekend, we finally finished the tape converting, the tape digitization.
I can't say it either.
Yeah. It's sort of like with Nemo saying, and I live in an anemone. All right, don't injure yourself, kid. And Billy was kind enough to bring the Rugrats marathon tape.
Oh yeah, this is my most prized VHS tape I've ever owned. Recorded my 5th birthday, November 27th, 1994. 8 hours of Rugrats from Nickelodeon with the original commercials. The best time capsule of the year 1994 I've ever seen.
Yeah. And this is my prized possession. It's airing A Mickey's Christmas Carol from December 1st, 1993. Has the original commercials with it. And then right after that is about 5 hours of Shining Time Station recorded off PBS from 93, I believe. And it was, and it has some commercials that aired in between programs that included promos for other shows. And I'm telling you, I am so glad that the tabs are broken out of each.
I know, it's a miracle.
Yeah, this tape, it is 32 years old. Or
31 and a half,
yeah,
I'd say.
Yeah. And the
This
last
one's
time
30 and a half, this one.
Yeah, the last time I played this, it was last April.
Yeah.
And I was surprised at how good it looked still.
Yeah, and I played this for the first time in a long time a couple of days ago when I got here, and it still plays just fine.
Yep, it was like watching live TV.
Yeah.
To be honest. And I think we wanted to take a picture of these two tapes
Yeah,
together,
we'll do that after we finish this video.
Yep. So it's so that brings us to
right now, essentially.
We just finished doing the studio tour, and then tomorrow.
Yep, we're gonna go to Lane's Southern Orchard. My wife really enjoys going there when we're down here, so we'll go there, eat some breakfast, and then do a little bit of shopping, and then we're gonna head on back to North Carolina.
Him and his wife, by the way.
Yeah. I'm leaving her down here and taking Chris with me.
I don't know how that would go over, but it's your life, man. We already get weird enough looks, so from just walking around and talking nostalgia.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad that I was able to get these days off work to see you guys and hang out. It's been a blast, man.
And most importantly, I'm glad I didn't get sick this time.
Yes. I was praying that you wouldn't this time, and looks like prayers were answered.
Yes.
And every time that he comes down, I always look forward to it. Like months in advance, I start planning different things, and there's a chance that we might get to see each other again this year.
Yep, we'll have to wait and see. I'm hoping that works out.
Yep, and so we're I tell you, we've been friends for. This is one of the few friends that I can truly call best friends. Yeah. It started on retro junk messaging, then it went to YouTube messaging. YouTube messaging, remember that gang?
Yeah.
MySpace, remember that gang?
Yeah.
Yahoo Messenger, remember that? Skype, about to remember that? Facebook, Telegram, Discord. At one point we had each other's phone number.
Yeah. I think we still do. It's just got so many other ways to talk to.
Exactly. So I'm telling you, we've seen a lot of technology come and go, and through it all, we still remain best
Yep.
friends.
It'll be, we first started talking regularly in May of 2010, so it's been about almost 15 years now.
Yeah, and it's one of the longest friendships I've had.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, I've had friendships that have lasted a while and then kind of, fade away. And, I still talk to them every now and then, but not as much as, like every day. Me and you, we send a message to each other at least once a day.
Yeah.
Either you send me something or I send you something.
Yep.
So I'm telling. Well, let me shake your hand here.
Yeah.
Thanking you for coming down.
And I hope to be back later this year.
Yeah, and I've said this before. One of these days, it's like a broken record. Me and Mary, at some point, will make it up there to Greensboro to see.
Oh yeah, you're always welcome anytime up there.
Oh yeah, appreciate that.
So I got a ton of stuff to show you.
Oh yes. So
you can use my childhood Packard Bell.
Oh boy, I'm probably gonna need to wear white gloves,
Yeah.
just because that'd be like. I was afraid to touch the Rugrats tape because that's like a piece of like Indiana Jones, and what was the name of that one movie where he put?
I don't know. I don't watch Indiana Jones.
People out there in YouTube land, help me out here.
Yeah.
That Indiana Jones movie where the guy had the thing and he took the thing and it was like, oh, yeah. And then, so.
Yeah. I think this is a sign that we need to wrap things up.
Yep,
before
it
we
is.
Say something really stupid.
Yeah, it's midnight, so we're letting it all hang out.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm usually in bed by 9 o'clock, so.
Yeah, the past few nights I've kept you up till at least midnight or so.
Yeah. So anyway, I thank you again, Chris, and
Thank you.
And thank you to everyone who stuck around and watched this video, especially to the end. I commend you.
You could make this video even longer by putting the wrap-up video from July before this one and then doing like some weird time warp thing.
Yeah.
To this one.
Yeah, I might have to do that,
Yeah.
actually. But anyway, I hope everyone enjoyed this journey. Until next time, this is Billy Core signing off.
Later.
Thank you for visiting the Nostalgia Mall. If you liked what you saw, please like, subscribe, and follow me on Facebook and X. You may also support me on Patreon if you'd like. Until next time, this is Billy Core signing off.